Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. Today it is an absolutely beautiful night here in Chiang Mai, so we decided to check out the Wua Lai Walking Street Market.
You might be aware that we love night markets. This is actually our first time here at this one in Chiang Mai. And we're actually going to leave Thailand pretty soon. And we only have a limited amount of cash left. In Thailand, it's actually quite expensive to withdraw money from the ATM. It costs $6. So we are trying to avoid that. So all we could scrape together was around $10, which is 333 baht. So let's see what we can get here. When you enter this market, you mostly see clothes like elephant pants, souvenirs, little knickknacks, handmade goods and artwork, things like that. But then you also have all these juice stands and food stands scattered amongst them. And that's why we're here, because we're starving.
One thing that I really like about this market is the fact that it's on a side street, so it's really quiet. It's, I'm sure, gonna get a lot more crazy as the night goes on. We're here pretty early, but so far, super chill, and I really like it.
And there's no cars, there's no bikes, and it's quite wide as well. I like it too.
What have you found?
Durian-milk.
Yeah, that's something that we still haven't had on this trip, actually, so maybe we should try something durian-related on this trip.
It's 35 baht.
Maybe we should try it.
Khap kun ka. Khap kun ka.
I feel like this entire trip we've been saying that we're going to try something durian, and we just haven't up until now. Now, if you don't know what durian is, it's actually known as one of the stinkiest fruits in the world. Some people think that it smells like trash and tastes like onions, but honestly, I like it. We've had it in Thailand, we've had it in Malaysia, Vietnam, and I'm sorry, but you're not going to have one of those crazy reactions from me where I'm like, ugh, because honestly, I think it's pretty good.
Maybe this milk is gonna be...
I don't know, maybe this is pure concentrated durian and it's gonna taste like trash, but I think it's gonna be good. Smells good to me. I love this. I don't understand, maybe it's a certain gene that makes durian taste gross to people, but to me, it tastes delicious. Really sweet. This is super creamy as well because it is durian milk. Delicious.
I usually don't really like the smell of durian that much, but let's see. Oh yeah, it does smell a little bit like that onion flavor. Oh yeah, it like hits you at the end. In the beginning you're all like, oh, this is just a fruity milk, and then suddenly it's like, oh, onions. But I don't think it's terrible. And I feel like the more you drink it, you just like don't taste that taste anymore until like you burp later or something.
That's true.
Look how cute they are. They don't have a black one though, but otherwise I would want it.
Where's Cherry?
She's not here. Sarika. Look, Leo is 60. So maybe we can even afford a beer. And crabs for 100. You want to blow a budget on one crab? They look delicious. Ooh, I think we found the section that has lots of food. Our section.
There's also live music blasting. That's what's really cool about this market, is that there's all these little side markets along the market.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be really like a lot smaller actually, because apparently the Sunday market is bigger than this, and this is like really big.
Yeah, really cool so far, but let's get something to eat.
What the hell? They have like kebabs and quesadillas and stuff? Interesting.
we officially have our first food item of the night. and we got something called Chiang Mai Noodle Soup. Now, I don't know if this particular soup is actually authentic to Chiang Mai or if it's just this guy's recipe, but it looks absolutely delicious. It's got these big pieces of pork. It's got these, looks like maybe shrimp dumplings, these little wonton crackers, meatballs, and of course, thick egg noodles. And it looks absolutely delicious. It looks like it's topped with peanuts and cilantro as well.
There's also a piece of boiled egg on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This thing looks amazing. It is so stacked, but I'm gonna try the broth first. Oh, the broth itself is very simple. It's really, really light. Maybe it's like chicken-based broth? I don't know, it's hard to tell. But I want some of these thick noodles. Look at these. They look so good. Let's grab a dumpling and some pork. That is so good. The soup on its own is very light, but with the addition of those dumplings and that pork, it is so delicious. And this is really cheap as well. This was only 60 baht, which is like less than $2, so good start.
These noodles almost look like spaghetti. That's delicious. I love those noodles. They're so eggy. And the broth is quite nice. I thought it wouldn't taste like anything after you were talking about it, but... And here's the boiled egg.
You need to try the wonton thing.
This one? This is so good, soaked in the broth. Yeah, this is really, really good. Really good start. So we found something that said it was a traditional local dish, and it said it's called khai, and apparently it's red ant eggs. I don't know, it's so weird. I just thought it was an omelette. It just looks like eggs in this banana leaf, and you could choose mushroom. I don't know what other flavors there were. Mushroom was the only thing that was ready, but this is interesting. What do red ant eggs even look like? It's really hard to pick up because it's so soft and bouncy.
Does it taste different than a normal omelet?
No. It tastes like an omelet mixed with a little bit of like soft tofu. And then the mushrooms, and I put a little bit of like Maggi on top and pepper. But yeah, this is, I don't know how this is red ant eggs. Oh, interesting. It's good.
This looks like an ordinary omelet from the outside, but you can see these little tiny specks in it. So I assume those are the ant eggs. I don't know. Anya thought the whole thing was ant eggs. Like, it would take like 1 million ant eggs to make an omelet this size.
I thought, like, how big are ant eggs that you can make an omelet out of them?
I wouldn't say that it tastes different than a normal omelet. It's not like I can tell that there are red ant eggs in here, but then again, I've never just eaten red ant eggs on their own, but it's really good. It is absolutely roasting outside. It's probably still 35 degrees, even though it's like 7 o'clock. So we're gonna get Anya a drink before she passes out and dies.
So I finally got an ice cold drink. I got a passion fruit juice. It's kind of my go-to fruit juice here. It's so delicious. Let's see. Ah, it's so sour, but so delicious. She put like this much passion fruit juice in there, so it's like really concentrated. Yum.
And how much was this again?
35 baht.
Really, that's a good deal.
This one's really big and heavy and refreshing. So we're just sitting at the side, trying not to die, because it's late at night, kind of, or late in the evening, but it's hot.
I was going to get myself a gak fruit juice, but it was 60 baht, which is basically $2, and I didn't want to blow too much of our budget on just a single drink, but apparently it has all these different health benefits, and it's apparently good for your prostate. That's what the woman told me, but $2 is a bit too much, so we'll just go with the passion fruit juice.
Is that why that gak juice bottle was so small?
So you can put it up your prostate. This is really delicious, super tart. As Ani said, this is one of our go-tos when we get any fruit juice. It's just perfect, and 35 baht for this massive thing is a steal.
Yeah, the grape juice bottle was like this big.
Yeah, I couldn't fit this up my never mind. Now that Anya had a few minutes to cool off and relax, I think it's time to grab a snack.
Yes, more food. Thank you. Kapunka.
After walking around and exploring this market some more, we worked ourselves up an appetite again, and we got ourselves something that was pretty unique. It seemed a little bit traditional, but also a little bit strange. And it is a black sticky rice crepe. Now, this woman was making them fresh on her little homemade grill. It was actually made out of a bucket, and she was just sitting there flaming it, flipping it and flipping it until it got nice and crispy and gooey. And this thing looks delicious. She actually had a little station where you could top it with, I think, cane sugar, and I think she said sesame and also condensed milk. So we got a bunch of condensed milk on this, and this thing looks delicious. That is delicious. It's a bit strange because obviously you associate sticky rice, grilled sticky rice with savory things, or at least I do. But this is so good. It's almost got like a mochi kind of texture, but then it's got that sweetness from the condensed milk. This is definitely a winner.
So she actually smeared a bunch of that sugarcane and sesame syrup or whatever it was on top. So this is not just condensed milk. This is mostly that syrup or goop. And then I put some condensed milk on top. That tastes so much like sesame. That's delicious.
I also think it almost has a bit of a molasses taste from the sugarcane.
But there's also like a smoky taste from the charcoal and stuff, which makes it a bit weird. Like it's like smoked sausages or something, like that kind of taste. Or like when you have like a smoky wine.
Yeah.
So that's not my favorite, but the rest of it is delicious.
I like the smokiness.
And just the texture I really like. And that goop, yum. This is delicious, yeah. Even though it tastes a little bit like smoked sausage.
It's funny, when you first come to this market, it doesn't look like much, but then it just goes on and on and on forever and ever, right?
It seems like it's never ending when you look down.
It looks like it goes on for miles.
Kapunka. You too. So we found something really strange, which is German sausages, and we couldn't pass it up because I'm from Germany. I've not had a German sausage in quite a few months. And they had Currywurst there and Bratwurst. They use the same sausage though, which is a bit wrong, I guess. They're 100 baht, which is a little bit expensive, but this is a huge portion. We got the Currywurst, and it actually comes with some potato wedges. And they put them in this kind of like pizza oven looking thing.
They had like a homemade clay oven.
Yeah. The place is called, I think, Eatart's Lab or Eat Arts Lab. I don't know if it's a play on words, but he asked me if I wanted curry sauce, which is kind of weird because we got the currywurst. And they even had like the powder to put on top, and yeah.
It looks somewhat legit.
Looks pretty legit. It's not enough sauce. I feel like in Berlin you get it drenched in sauce. Cheers. It's spicy. It's quite spicy. I didn't expect that because currywurst, the normal currywurst in Germany, is not actually spicy.
Welcome to Thailand.
You can get variations that are more spicy, but usually it's not. It's good. The sausage is a bit different. It almost reminds me more of like Thai sausage, which makes sense. It's yummy though, and it's so much sausage that you get. Let's try this potato wedge. Oh, I like these potatoes. Now this curry sauce is burning my tongue. But yeah, pretty interesting. I'm glad we got this.
Typically, we would never buy any sort of Western food at a Thai market, but when we saw currywurst, we could not pass it up. Currywurst itself is actually from Berlin, where Anya is from, so let's see how this compares. I know exactly what you mean when you say it tastes more like a Thai sausage. It's not as finely ground as a sausage would be in Germany. You can definitely feel the minced meat in your mouth.
I feel like it even smells more like one. I don't know if that makes sense. But...
No, it does. It doesn't really smell like the kind of herbs you would get in a German sausage.
Yeah.
It's still really good though.
Yeah, it's yummy.
Let me try this wedge. Mmm. So fluffy and crispy. Definitely one of the more unique items at this market, and I'm really glad that we tried it. I think we're nearing the end of the market, which is a good thing because we were both absolutely stuffed. So let's see if we can find one last thing. We're now onto our final item of the evening. We decided to get ourselves a little weird dessert. And we got these little jelly balls on a stick. They also had big balls as well. This thing was only 20 baht. Each one of these balls seems to be a different flavor, and I think the top one is maybe Coca-Cola. I don't know. Let's see. It's definitely Coke. It's funny because the thing says that there's no gelatin in these, so I don't know how they get the jelly texture from. They definitely don't have a lot of flavor, but I can tell that it's Coke. Just faintly though.
These are actually kind of melting, and this one's like sliding down the stick. And they kind of remind me, like they look like the inside of a grape.
Yeah.
As if you like peeled off the
Or a lychee.
skin. Yeah, lychee. Isn't it lychee? I don't know. I don't know what this one is. Lemon or lime. This is actually quite nice. I don't really like Jell-O that much. This is quite similar, but it's almost like it just disintegrates in your mouth. Kind of weird, but not bad. For 20 baht, glad we tried it. So we made it back to our condo. We had a great evening at the night market. This one was a little bit different. There was actually a lot of clothes and shopping there. Not as much food as we like, but obviously we still had plenty to eat. So we still had a great time there. And overall, we actually spent 295 baht, which is about $8.85. So we didn't even spend all the money that we had left, which is awesome because everything is so affordable there.
But if you did like this video, please give it a like, write us a comment, and by far the most important thing is to hit that subscribe button. That is it for this one. See you all in the next one. Bye.